Heat of the Moments. Coming up next.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I think we're all there.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Heat of the Moment. My name is Hav, and today we have a couple special guests with us. We have the homegirl Maddie,
Hi.
and we have Lala, the producer.
OMG, Lala, that's so cute.
Lala, the producer. So you heard GTA 6 trailer came out a few
Yeah.
months ago.
Florida Joker Man.
And this was an image that they had in the trailer. This is the image of the real person that they're imitating.
That's like for real though?
He's
Wait.
Yeah, so...
Wait, so that one's GTA, that one's real?
Yes.
GTA kind of rizzed him up.
They did.
They glue him up.
They did, and he's been threatening to sue Rockstar for months, ever since the thing came out.
I'd be thanking Rockstar if...
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I don't look that good.
Any normal
Recognition.
person. But any normal person doesn't look like that.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. That's fair.
So, I think it's kind of funny though. He's trying to sue them for his likeness, but he has the Joker tattooed on him, which is a DC character.
Which is like trademarked.
So you
So
can't
he-
sue for that.
So he could get sued if he gets money. It's like, doesn't seem like a
You
smart
know,
move.
How can you even prove that's you though? You just have
I know.
bad face tats. That could be anyone in Florida.
It's horrible. He dropped a video like every month, and every month he was asking for like another couple mil, until they finally said no, and then he's like, "All right, can I do the voice?" And like he's trying to like settle, and they're like, "No."
What if this guy is actually like 5-head Giga Chad 4D chest brained,
Oh
and
my
he's
God.
actually just like, maybe if I'm annoying enough, Rockstar will let me in their game
I think that's what he thought. And
because it's kind of working.
it is working. He got a lot of pop for it. He got on a lot of people's podcasts and stuff like that too. I'm like,
Can you have him on this one? He's
oh my God.
What's he supposed to be called? What's his
Name?
what's his villain name?
does he have like a gamer tag?
What's his gamer tag?
Oh God.
What's his government name?
Wonder if he plays Call of Duty.
Lawrence Patrick Sullivan.
Lawrence? How do you spell Lawrence?
LAWRENC.
Oh, that's the wrong way to spell it. I wish I could say he's rocking it, but unfortunately GTA really did glow him up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many Florida men things going on that he just got buried in that wave of dudes, you know? So
You know, our homegirl Summer, she was telling me that the only reason Florida Man is so popular is because of the laws surrounding
Yes.
like information release in Florida. So you think there's like a crazy Minnesota man out there, and we think they're normies, but really like we're just not allowed to know the truth.
You could have been on the last
Absolutely.
conspiracy episode.
There was a conspiracy episode.
Oh.
I love
It's okay.
cults and
We gotta do that.
conspiracies.
Yeah, so
OMG.
what we did is like we had a conspiracy episode and everybody brought like their favorite one. That was the idea. It
We didn't get
work out
very
that
far.
way.
Oh, that's
but,
okay.
So we could do it if we want.
I'm just saying.
Because there's so many good ones out there. We talked about what did we talk about though?
What did we talk about?
Birds? Did you do the birds aren't real?
We didn't
The
do
bourgeoisie!
birds. We
The
focused on
bourgeoisie.
UFO.
Isn't the bourgeoisie kind of real though? That's a class of people.
But the birds work
Is
for
it?
the bourgeoisie.
Oh, I see. It ties into the birds.
It all ties back in.
You ever seen a baby pigeon? I didn't think so.
No.
Well, can I ask an Amazon question?
Yes.
So I'm assuming you don't know what it is that people ordered, just like if it's fragile, I guess. But
Sometimes.
Not even then.
could you speculate like what someone would be ordering if they're ordering it so consistently?
You would know if it were dog food.
Why? Because it smells like dog food.
No, because it's heavy.
No, yeah,
Oh.
can you move it and you hear like the
Or you'd get the boxes, the box that you got.
Oh.
The
What, like one
Yeah.
of those the rain summoning sticks?
No, it was like a dog toy, and when you like move it, it's like.
Oh my God.
So like I was like hitting potholes, and I hear like, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I finally delivered it to a lady, and I was like, I don't mean to be nosy, but that has been driving me crazy all day. What is that? And she's like, oh, it's a dog toy. Look. Oh, wait,
I don't mean to be nosy, but explain why I'm angry.
But
What's
what
in
is
that
this?
box?
Frosted Flakes? Damn.
Do you remember that crazy lady that was on that plane that one time and
Oh.
like freaked out? So
They're
weird.
not real or whatever.
Not
I still
real.
think
Yeah.
about that. It was so weird.
No, I've had a lot of people try to tell me they think that lady's for real. They're like, Maddie, I really think that she's on something. And I'm like, dude, I don't trust anyone who yells like that in public.
Yeah, it was weird.
Hooligan.
I don't know what to believe.
Didn't she like make a statement about it? About how somebody said something like really vague and suspicious to her, and she just didn't feel comfortable.
I mean, if you're not comfortable, you
Yeah.
can always leave a plane. It's not
That is
illegal.
true. At least they were still on the ground.
Yeah.
I heard she made a video.
Parachutes.
Yeah, oh my God, could you imagine? Jumps out with her suitcase.
Then I would be impressed.
Yeah, I mean, she made a video after that, but people were like in the comments like, that's not the same girl.
Ooh,
I couldn't-
she's not real.
I couldn't, yeah, plot twist.
Man.
Yeah,
Maybe this
but
is the
Some
conspiracy
thick lore.
episode.
That is a good conspiracy. If only there was more on it.
Do you guys know who DB Cooper is? Basically a man who hopped on a plane, held it hostage, demanded thousands or he was going to like, you know, explode the plane. Took the money, jumped out. Yeah. Took the
Yeah.
money, jumped out of the plane, was never seen again. The money was never traced. They never found any evidence of him. All I'm saying is if that lady could pull some crazy heist like that, then she'd have some cred. Because this guy, I'm
Right.
impressed by him.
Yeah, it's interesting. Weird stuff happens with planes and boats like that all the time, and they go missing, and we just never talk about it again, you know? It's weird.
I love like where did this plane go? Where did this boat go? Because with the boat, it's
Yeah.
obvious. It went to the bottom of the ocean. But like, where did the plane go? I don't know.
Right.
To the bottom of the ocean.
Probably to the bottom of the ocean. Like,
mean,
talking
you
about
can't
that
hide in the
Malaysian
sky.
flight. Yeah. Dude, I watched
that
like
what-
an
yeah.
hour-long video about that Malaysian flight, but I already told you guys about that. That was
Well, let's talk about it again, because I didn't,
I wasn't there.
the
Yeah.
reason I wasn't gonna talk about it again because I thought I was gonna scare you. Because I talk about planes going bad so much that I can see the fear build in your eyes. But we can.
yeah, let's do it.
Malaysian flight. I think it's.
Hmm.
Why he look
Oh.
kind of like my uncle?
Is this the one that they like they took off and ended up doing some weird U-turn and going
Yes.
to a place where they weren't supposed to
Yes.
go?
So I think some of that is speculation and some of it is confirmed.
Right.
But the plane took off, and then after a certain point was never heard from again.
Right.
Pieces of the plane have washed up in areas that would suggest that the plane like ended up going down in the Indian Ocean.
Right.
Right.
So they think that instead of I don't remember his exact route, but he was supposed to go east. He like did a sharp U-turn
Yeah.
to narrowly avoid like another country's airfield so that they wouldn't notice him, and then
Oh.
completely turn around and intentionally crash in the Indian Ocean, I think.
That's weird.
That is weird.
But you know what's weirdest of all? You might go, Maddie, that's quite the reach for a plane they never really found. Well, this pilot, if the video I watched could be believed, practicing that exact route on his at-home flight
I
simulator.
heard that.
Yeah, so is
Yeah.
that not a little bit sneaky?
Suspicious?
But my
That's
thing is,
weird.
like, what's your intention
To
behind
die.
that? That's
But like,
such a
why you
weird-
gotta take everyone else
That's
with you?
it. When everyone's saying they're like, brother, you could do this in your house.
But then,
That's
like,
kind of dark.
and the
but-
secretive, like, you know, why are you trying to hide it too? It's a weird. It just the
Right.
whole thing seems
but
weird.
like, you could have done that shit without any collateral damage.
Right.
Or you could have just taken a plane. Do you guys know the guy?
You could have just taken a plane.
who the
Well,
heck
he
is that
did.
guy? The guy who stole like a Boeing plane and then started doing tricks with it in the sky.
What's his name? The
Sky King?
Sky King.
Sky King.
Sky King.
Sky
Maybe like
King.
Sky King.
Sky King.
What?
That's actually really, really sad.
It is quite sad, but you can at least the air traffic controller talking to him was a homie. That was
Yeah.
a real one.
Don't be in crashing planes.
Yeah.
Don't go on a crashing plane. Pro tip.
Do not recommend for health.
I want to say been there, tried it, but
Don't.
if this ever makes it anywhere, your audience is gonna go, hey, whenever that Maddie girl shows up, you only talk about like plane crashes and traumatic events.
The good stuff.
What happened to the intended topics?
Oh yeah, those.
Unless that's a
topics.
fourth wall break, then sorry.
Yes. No, that's all good. That's what
I'm
this
fired.
is for.
You guys saw me get fired.
Fired. You get promoted. No.
Yay!
Yeah. So this neuro-linguistic programming thing
Oh
that
my
I
God.
was listening to, it's crazy. I didn't know that this was even a thing.
It's so stressful.
But they wrote a book about it back in the mid '70s.
They were doing drugs in the 70s.
Well, they figured it out.
They were talking to God.
God's
He
like,
was
listen.
answering in the 70s.
Answering.
Can you read the definition of neurolinguistic programming?
Yeah, so neuro-linguistic programming is a pseudoscientific approach to communication, personal development, and psychotherapy.
You know, everything has some basis in truth, or people wouldn't do it anyway.
Right.
Worth experimenting.
So the point of it is to educate people in self-awareness and effective communication, and it's to be able to model and change the patterns of mental and emotional behavior.
That's called manipulation.
Yes. But it sounds smarter when you call it
Uh-huh.
neuro-linguistic programming.
Can I say something off the wall again?
Yes.
This reminds me of Scientology.
They're interesting.
Isn't Tom Cruise a...
John Travolta, Tom
John
Cruise.
Travolta.
Yeah.
Bruh, they just
Yeah.
got every random white man from TV.
Seriously. It
Oh,
is
I don't know if
crazy
that's
though.
rude.
No, we're all white. No.
We're all maybe a little.
A little bit.
But
Yeah.
We're all
So-
children of
You're enough for the
Jesus
three
here.
of us.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we can share. We're like, it's like 1.5, and then I can make up the other 1.5 not too. So we're
Yeah.
technically 50-50 split.
We're good.
I'll
see?
share my caucasity with you guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You guys get the white people
Can you talk
pass.
to the police for us? But I wonder how neurolinguistic programming would tie into these brainwashing Scientology, or if this is like more of a positive thing.
Yeah, I'm sure they use that kind of stuff all the time. I mean, I feel like they use information in their religion to like kind of get people to do things.
Can you give me examples of this Verbal manipulation that you don't want to call manipulation.
Oh, yeah. Carlos was telling me about like the test that you have to do to get into
Yeah.
the CIA that uses that neuro-linguistic programming.
Yeah. So this guy, he had to, in order for him to become part of the CIA, they did like training ops where they had other CIA agents, and he would practice with them of try to get a free cup of coffee before he actually went to a real coffee shop. And I forget exactly what the rules were, but he said something like, you're not allowed to trade for the cup of coffee. You're not allowed to like verbally ask for it or something like that, but you have to trick them into thinking that they want to give you that cup of coffee for free.
And I was thinking that he was talking to the barista this whole time, but then whenever you walked away, I heard him earlier say that they like to target people in lines.
Yeah, and yeah, he was talking about that. He said the first time that he tried to do it, he went for the barista. And he's like, but you know, if you think about it, they have a line of people. Like, what's the average time do you talk to a person that's serving you in a fast
Like
food
12
place?
seconds.
12 seconds, get your name, what do you want, this, that, and the. He's like, I tried to say I didn't have my wallet, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And then it's just
So
kinda,
real. I would do that too.
So I guess there's like 3 or 4 pillars. First one is like gathering some kind of rapport with the person that you're trying to get information from or trying to, you know, program.
Okay.
Then it's what do you want out of it?
Mm-hmm.
And then are you using your senses to pick up on what's going on, whether they're listening or not, you know, whether there is an actual rapport.
Ooh, social skills.
Yeah, hard. It's really hard.
That one's high level.
If what you're doing isn't working, do something different. And those are like the 4 main rules of it.
I just feel like stress knowing that people are out there with the ability to manipulate me at all times, and I wouldn't even know.
Yeah. And
But like we do things that it's not necessarily considered like manipulation, but we do this like naturally. Like when
That is
I'm
true.
talking to you, like I'm gonna look at you in the face, I'm gonna nod, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, like
rapport, yeah.
Rapport.
I'm listening to you,
What do
like
you want
genuinely
from me?
listening
Right,
to you.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not manipulating you by doing that, and I don't care. I don't not care about what you have to say just because I'm doing that.
Right, and then using your senses. If you're saying stuff that they particularly don't like, you'll probably be able to read their
Right.
like standoffishness
Right,
and
right.
you know, stuff like that.
Right. And if
So,
you like, you know, if you're going to comfort somebody, you'd be like, no, like it's okay. Like,
yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
like that's I'm not-
Sorrows.
yeah. But realistically, the average person probably doesn't do all 3 or 4 of these things because people don't always listen. People don't always, you know, they just a lot of people just talk. You know, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I can admit my own flaws here. I love to just hear myself talk. Sometimes I'm talking for no reason.
Me too.
And that means I'm definitely not listening to others. And that means that I would fail at neurolinguistic programming. I'd be manipulated so hard.
What?
Sensory acuity, I think that she doesn't like me. Hi.
She's good.
That was so cute.
The dog visit.
All I heard are the little tippy tappies.
So once upon a time, I was in high school. And there was a science teacher who didn't like me because I have this habit of asking a lot of questions.
Me too.
And she just got annoyed. She was like, why are you asking such stupid questions when you're so smart? And then I thought about that later and I was like, man, that lady sucked. But what she said next sucks even more. One of the students was just trying to like ask her about herself. And she was like, so like, do you watch anime? Do you get into that kind of stuff? And she was like, no, I used to homeschool kids. And like all of the kids with autism liked anime. So I don't like it now. Like,
That's rude.
yeah, I was like, well, you didn't have to say that. And you also could have just said no.
That's rude. And
My-
autistic
yeah.
people like awesome things. Like, what are you hating on? You know what I mean?
Autistic people are not the reason you should hate something.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Yeah, the spontaneous generation thing. You thought the theory got debunked on that?
I'm pretty sure that the original theory was what
Okay.
she said earlier,
Yeah.
which was that it seems like if you leave a piece of meat out, you won't see anything happen to it, but after time it'll spawn maggots. So they covered the meat so that flies couldn't get to it, and then when no maggots formed, it kind of served as proof that the
Oh.
maggots weren't spontaneous. The things that keep you up. See, the thing is, I'm not smart enough
Shower
to be
thoughts.
kept up at night by these things.
Shit.
What?
I let it go. I'm like, you know, if I
Yeah.
can't wrap my mind around it, that's for someone else. That's for Stephen Hawking or whatever.
That is true. 'cause
He's
I feel
gone.
You know, him and God can talk that one out.
Like his
Cause
voice
I'm,
box is still here.
His chair too. It's fine.
Like,
Do you think anyone goes up to his little chair and talks in his voice just to
Right.
keep it alive?
his wife is just playing with the buttons.
Didn't he leave his wife for his nurse?
Oh, then his nurse.
Maybe he's not in heaven.
Maybe
Wasn't
he's
he
in a
on
nursery.
Epstein's island? I doubt he's in heaven.
What?
Well, he was on the manifesto for the plane.
What?
Mm.
Yeah.
What? Wait,
There's
there's a
a lot.
manifesto?
There's a whole list of a bunch. So it's, I don't think it's a real one. the way they made this list is they had the actual list of all the people who'd been on the plane, not where they went on the plane, but on Epstein's plane, and then only people who consented to being on the public list. So we only know the people who were okay with their names being on the list.
Why would you have your name on any list associated with this guy? Didn't they all know he was up to shenanigans?
They did, but some people think that by putting their name on the list, they're proving that they never went to the island, that they went to other places with Epstein on the plane, but not the island itself.
So I don't know what the theme of the episode is.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever we talk about the most, probably.
I forgot this wasn't a live stream. I was about to be like, audience, chime in. What do you think?
Right?
Chat.
Yeah.
Do you know the oh crud. What's that dude? His videos are really popular. It's like this guy with like glasses on and like a smirk surrounded by all of his friends, and he's saying like the absolute slowest rap ever, and it doesn't really hit, but they go, whoa!
Yeah.
That's that'd be awesome.
Please insert a clip of that so everyone else knows what I'm talking about.
Leather to keep me hot. Okay. Shirt to keep me cool. Glasses to see you lose.
It's about having the right audience.
Yeah, absolutely. That matters a lot.
It's like that one Tony video.
What does he say in there?
Right?
Robin Hood.
Yes.
I don't know what this is.
I know this sounds so vague, but you'll see in just a second.
If you Robin Hood like I'm Robin Hood, then I'm Robin Hood, but I'm Robin Hood. Oh, God. I mean, how could you not understand that?
Bars, dude.
All right. But yeah, so, thank y'all for coming out. This was fun.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having me.
Yeah. And again, Lala, the producer, Maddie, Azul Shark, and thank you for watching Heat in the Moment. Have a good one.
Yay. So cute, so cute.